Congratulations! We're in contract on your home. Get ready for a little bit of a whirlwind because a lot of things are going to be happening over the next few weeks. I created this short video to go over a little bit about what you can expect. The first thing you need to do is check in with your lender. See if there's any outstanding documents that they are waiting for from you in order to move forward with your loan processing. If there are, make sure you get those over right away, as now we are on a time frame to get your loan approved. And just a reminder, don't do anything with your credit unless you check in with your lender first. Next, we need to decide which inspections you would like on the house, and I'll get them scheduled for you. The most common inspections are a home inspection, a termite inspection, and a roof inspection. If the house has a chimney, you may want to consider a chimney inspection. And if the house has a pool, you may want to get a pool inspection, as those repairs could get expensive. If there's any concerning areas of the house or property that are not covered in these inspections, we'll talk about any other possible inspections. We'll go over the approximate cost of these inspections, and once you decide which ones you would like, I'll get them scheduled. You can choose to attend the inspections or not. I will definitely be there for them and can fill you in, and of course you'll get a copy of the inspection reports. The home inspection is generally the most informative, so if you're only able to attend one, that would be the one I recommend coming to. Another item that falls into your inspection discovery contingency is making sure the house is insurable. You need to contact your insurance agent and let them know you're purchasing a home. Give them the address and they'll get you a quote for homeowners insurance. This is really important. If the house you're purchasing has had too many claims against it, you may not be able to get insurance on it, or the premium could be unaffordable. And without homeowners insurance, you cannot get a loan. Lender will not loan on a property that does not have homeowners insurance, so make sure you take care of that right away. The seller will also be providing us with all of their seller disclosures about the house. There's a lot of pages to go through, and these disclosures are pretty specific and ask a lot of questions to help jog the seller's memory about past repairs. We'll go through each of the disclosures together, and I will help point out any areas that I see that may be concerning or that we may want to further inquire about with the seller. The lender will be ordering the appraisal for the house. The buyer does not attend the appraisal, and many times we don't even know when it's scheduled for because the appraiser sets up the appointment with the seller. Generally takes about a week for the appraiser to come out to the property and maybe another week to get the appraisal back. So in about 2 weeks, we should know what it appraised for. If it appraises at the purchase price, then we're good to go and we can move forward. Appraisal comes in low, then we have a few options. We can ask the seller to lower the purchase price to the appraised value. You can negotiate the sales price with the seller and meet somewhere in the middle, the seller lowering the price for you, or you could bring in additional funds to cover the difference. Third option is we just cancel the contract. Unfortunately, you would be out any of your inspection costs, but as long as we're within our contingency period, you shouldn't lose your deposit. I will be keeping a calendar of when your contingencies are due, and before each one comes up, we'll talk about whether we want to release the contingency, ask for an extension, or cancel the contract. For the inspection contingency, once we get back all of our reports and have reviewed the seller disclosures, we'll decide if there's any areas of concern that we would like to ask the seller to fix. This is not intended to be a laundry list of little nitpicky items that you want fixed. Remember, per the contract, the sale of the house is as is. However, if there are any major items that show up on the inspection that give you pause about purchasing the house, then those are the items that we would generally request the seller repair. Usually, these are health and safety issues. If there are items that you would like repaired, we will prepare a repair request stating which items that you would like corrective action on and send it over to the seller. Seller can then decide whether to agree to the repairs. They could counter back agreeing to some but not others. They could offer a monetary credit in escrow in lieu of the repairs, or they could flat out deny your request. Should their response be one that is not acceptable to you, we can counter again, or again you'll have the option to cancel the contract. Again, since we're within our contingency time frame, you're not at risk of losing your deposit. However, once we remove our inspection contingency, unless a new condition arises with the house or a new disclosure is made that wasn't previously disclosed, then you cannot cancel the contract due to condition of the house without possibly forfeiting some or all of your deposit. But don't fret, we'll have a conversation prior to you signing your contingency removal so you know exactly what you're signing. Typically, the last contingency removal is the loan contingency. This happens when your lender has satisfied most or all of the loan conditions and feels confident there will not be any issues getting your loan funded and closed. Before we remove this contingency, I always check in with your lender, as you should as well, to make sure everything looks like it's a go. Once we remove this contingency, should something happen and you can no longer qualify for the loan to purchase the house, then you are at risk of losing your deposit. That is why it's so important to not do anything to your credit or employment during this time. It is not uncommon for a lender to re-pull your credit report towards the end and they usually do a verification of employment with your employer before they draw loan docs. Hopefully that helped you to understand what will be taking place over the next several weeks. I'll be in contact with you throughout the entire time, letting you know where we are and answering any questions that you have. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here to help.